G'day folks, welcome to my channel. I'm Dennis. Welcome to the Hillbilly channel. The Redneck Hillbilly channel. Going to do something a bit different on my next video. I done a lot of cooking things, but I'm going to cook something a little bit different. Like I said in my last video, I think I'm going to have a go at making some cheese. I want to make some cheddar cheese, I want to make some Cheshire cheese, and I want to make some Stilton cheese. And maybe down the track I want to make some Jarlsberg cheese. We'll have to see how that goes. Parmesan, I don't eat a lot of Parmesan. I do buy it, but I don't buy the grated stuff. I always buy a little bit of a slab. And that seems to last me a lot. I have to cut it in half and freeze half and use half, so I don't think I'll be making a big slab of Parmesan because we don't use a lot of it, because we don't use many meals that I need Parmesan cheese in. So, but we do use it. I've been getting some equipment together for a few weeks now, and I'm still waiting for some coming. I'm waiting for another stock pot. I've got, how many have I got? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 stock pots already. I've got 1 common. And the reason for that is that I've got small stuff, I've got big stuff. So I can make small batch, or I can make a big batch. And some of the recipes call for 7 gallons, which is 24 litres. Of milk. So this baby here, that's 50 litres. That's 50 litre one. This one here is I forget what that is. 20 litres, I think. And then I've got some smaller ones here for smaller batches. But I've got another one to go in there, because sometimes it's better to use the bain-marie. So I can put water in there and make, it's a 36 litre, that's 50 litres, get a 36 litre. I can go up to 5 gallons, but sometimes you can put these on the heat itself, but you do risk burning the milk. So you're better off putting it in bain-marie. And because I'm new at the game, I'm going to use a bain-marie. And then if I can later on, I can use the 50 litre on its own. I don't know, we'll have to see how things go. I got sea salt. I've got, as you could possibly see here, let's see if we can zoom into it. I've got some stirring utensils. And they say you're better off to use utensils that you only use for cheese making, because you can get what's the name in it, if you're not careful you get contamination in it. That's cutting the curds. That's mat for draining. These are the cultures and the rennet in there. You've got to keep them in the fridge. You can use this here for a vinegar solution, so sometimes you've got to put it, it's not big enough that, but I can mix the solution in that. You sterilise everything with vinegar and water, 50-50 solution. So that's okay. Oops. Knock it over, Dennis. Clumsy. Yeah. Now, the best piece is the cheese press, which is this. You've got to use these. Got to use these cheesecloths. And you put that in there. You've got to sterilise everything before you do it. Obviously you don't want any bacteria getting in. And you put that in there, and then you press it you start off, say, well, it's mainly a lot of the recipes are American imperial, so it's like £10. Then you go to £20 for an hour, and then you go to £30, and then £50 for 12 hours, and that sort of thing, you know. So it's a long process. It takes a long time. It takes about 6 hours to actually make the cheese, but there's times in between where you've got to wait 45 minutes quite often. So you know, even though it's 6 hours, it could take all day. So I can't do anything. My car is in for repairs next Thursday and Friday, so I'm hoping that my rest of my equipment comes before then. I've got some special measuring spoons, because they're not like the teaspoons, half a teaspoon, quarter of teaspoon. They go to 16, 30 seconds and that sort of thing, because when you do these cultures, it's got to be measured. You can't guess it. It's got to be measured exactly. So I'm waiting for them coming, and there's a colander coming. I've got a colander here, but we use it for all other sorts of things, and you don't know whether there's any contamination in it or anything like that, or any food stuck to it that you can't normally see. And you do sterilise stuff, but I want to get a colander that I can just use for this. So it's going to be some fun along the way, and we'll see how we go with it, and hopefully I get the hang of it. I'm waiting for a book coming with all 50 different cheese recipes in. We're not big cheese eaters, but I'm going to have to buy a mini fridge, because you've got to keep these household fridges are too cold. You've got to keep it round between 52 and 60 degrees. The ideal temperature is 55 degrees, and these fridges don't go down. They're too cold. So you can get one that is a bench top fridge, especially for like a wine fridge. I could keep some wine in there too. Anyway, I'm thinking of that. But that's a week or two away yet. I've got to make the stuff first, and then you've got to age it. You've got to age it in them fridges. And when you do cheddar, it can take you 5 or 6 days to actually dry the cheese, from making it to drying it. And then you've got to vacuum pack it, or you can wax it, or you can actually air dry it. But you got to, every day, if you air dry it, you got to wash it down with a weak vinegar solution to keep the mold off it, and I don't want to go to all that trouble. So I'll vacuum pack it, and if I can get this little mini fridge, and they're not very dear, they're only about $150 at the most, you know. Some are $80, you know. And as long as I can get to the right temperature, that's going to be ideal, you know. And we don't. The longer you keep it, you could keep cheddar, and you can eat it within 3 months, and you get a very mild cheddar. That's probably what we like. If you use it 6 months, it gets sharper. I don't like sharp cheese. I don't like strong cheese. I never have, and none of the family do either. And you could keep it 2 or 3 years in the right conditions in a fridge like that, so you don't have to eat it right away. Some people then, once the 6 months is up, or the 3 months is up, they cut it in half, re-vacuum seal half, and put it in the freezer. So that even extends the life a lot longer, and it slows the ripening down. So there's a lot into it, and it keeps me occupied, keeps me busy, gives me something to do while I'm looking after Beryl, because it's something I can get interested in. So there might be some free cheese going around before long, to be friends. Anyway, I just thought I'd put you in the picture what's coming up, and that will be done in stages. I'll show you how when I make my first lot, you'll be able to watch how I do it and laugh at me, because I'll be laughing at myself, because I'm absolutely new at this. I will have a bit of fun along the way. And then when that's done, we'll take some video then of me actually drying it out. That can take somewhere between 3 and 5 days to get it dry before you vacuum seal it, and then I'll keep the video in stages of that, and then we'll put it down for 3 months, and then we'll have the big reveal. And I'm an honest person. If it's crap, I'm sorry, it's crap, whether I've done it or not. It don't matter. I'm a pretty honest man. I upset a lot of people by being too honest too, but that's me. I upset myself sometimes because I give myself such a hard time. Anyway, keep tuned, keep looking. I'll be doing other videos in between as well, you know, some cooking stuff. I've just got to come up with something. Tonight we're not cooking at all, we're going out for dinner. That's my treat on a Friday these days. There's no cooking. I've had a big day today. I was up at 5. I had to go to the doctors to get my medical for my license. So, and then I come back and took Beryl out, and we did some shopping, and then we went out and had some lunch. I come back home, unpacked everything, put it away. I fell asleep in my chair and I've just woke up. Oh, and I booked my car in for next Thursday. So that's going to be a big job. They've got to do something with the diff. The diff's okay, it's just some bolts that hold the diff in, I think, that need replacing. I don't know exactly, I'm not a mechanic. So, but to get at it, they've got to take out the car apart, and that's it's going to be about $1,500. I could buy a new car for that, like a new second-hand car for that. But the car's worth it. It's a good car. It's not done many miles, even though it's an older car. It's in pretty good nick, engine-wise, and I've had it couple of years now, and it's not, touch wood, it's not let me down. Anyway, any questions or you're interested in it, let me know. If you make any cheese, let me know how you do it. I might nick your recipe. Give me some advice, please. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need every bit of help I can get, I'm sure. And I've got no expectations for the first lot. I might end up having to just toss it in the bin. But I'm going to do 10 litres of milk for my first lot. So that should give me about about a kilo and a half of cheese, or just a bit less than a kilo and a half, I think. So, but I'm not gonna build my hopes up too high, because it's making cheese is a thing you've got to learn. It's not just about shoving stuff in, bit of this and a bit of that like I do with a lot of my food. It's not like that at all. So everything's got to be measured, everything's got to be temperature tested. So there's a challenge there, and I welcome that because that keeps my mind active, especially at my age, and with what I'm going through now with looking after my wife. It gives me an interest. So stay tuned, and like I normally say, cheerio, goodbye, tatty bye, as Ken Dodd used to say. Tatty bye. Cheerio, and see you later. And from me, ta-ra. Well, ta-ra for now.